for 2 minutes. He's setting up. Okay, I'm starting. Swagatam Kerala and Suprabhatam. I think that's the way how we greet in Malayali. Good morning, everyone, once again. Gurunjai. That's how we Meiteis used to greet people. My name is Rohan Philip, and I am from Manipur. And I'm a Meitei, first of all, ethnically. But religiously, I belong to Christian. So we introduce ourselves as a Meitei Christian community, where we are having a population of around 1.5 lakhs population in Manipur. The very reason why we are conducting today's press conference is the very reason that we don't want to instigate any warmongers, or we don't want to pinch, or we don't want to provoke anyone. But we felt that the real story has to be told properly into the entire world of the narrative what is going on in Manipur. And being myself ethnically belonging to Meitei and religiously again belonging to the Christian religion, we have understood the perspective of the two communities which are fighting right now, the Meiteis, my own ethnical community, and the Kukis, our own brothers and sisters who are in Christ. So we thought of coming with a both perspective of the narrative, and let's discuss on the solution today. The very reason why I invited Mama, that's how we call Mummy in our language in Manipuri. Mama is a Muslim, Meitei Muslim, and Papa is a Meitei Hindu. So Meitei is a composition of all varieties of people, like the way how Malayali are here, and as a Meitei as a Malayali Christian, Malayali Muslim, Malayali Hindus. So we have the same variety of the Meitei Hindus, we have the Meitei Christian, we have the Meitei Muslim, and we have been also living very peacefully. But since 3rd of May, when the violence broke out with so many of the root causes because of poppy plantation, because of illegal immigrants, because of the ST issue that we have between the hilly areas and the valley area, very unexpected and unavoidable circumstances has been in Manipur. Out of that, I'm here not to lie or not to put the data away or not to stand on any of the other side, but to give you the very truthful data. As a coordinator of the Meitei Christian victims of Manipur violence, we really do support the help that is being coming from the entire of Kerala, not just the entire of Kerala, but the entire of India, the entire of the world, from the Christian fraternity, helping our Christian brothers and sisters, especially of the Kuki communities. We really appreciate those help coming all the way from Kerala, all the way from Tamil Nadu. But now, we have some more information to enlighten the people of Kerala here. So let's understand the topography of Manipur. Manipur is like 10% area of the land is only the valley area, where the entire of the Meitei Muslims, the Meitei Christians, the Meitei Hindus, everyone reside in that 10% area of the land. And in that 90% area of the land is the Kukis and the Nagas, who are all Christian communities. Now, when the donations came from Kerala, we are not against the donations, or we are not against the helping that is coming all the way from Kerala, all the way from Tamil Nadu. We are very happy, we are really indeed blessed with the help coming from all the way from the south and the north, coming as a help. But there is a very big question among the Meitei communities that every day from the periphery area, the shooting is going on between the Meiteis and the Kukis. Sometimes the Meitei start, sometimes the Kukis start. It's the both sides story. So I'm not here to justify that my people are right and we have not started anything, we are the right people. I'm not here to say that. Yes, of course, it is a war, it is a battle. And both sides here are busy attacking one another. Sometimes the Meitei starts, sometimes the Kuki starts. But now, the question is, the news has been viral in the entire of the national media that arms and ammunition were snatched by the Meiteis. Yes, it is very true. Also in the meantime, arms and ammunition were also snatched in the hilly areas of Manipur by the Kuki. and it's just a matter of the percentage. But when it comes to machine guns, arms and ammunition, and automatic weapons, there is a big question mark of where are the arms and ammunitions of our Kuki people coming from? Where are the funds coming from? Why are they using so much of automated weapons all the way from the hilly areas when they claim themselves in the entire world that they are victims and they are very poor people? And this very saddening news has already circulated that most of the church funding which comes from Kerala, most of the church fundings which are coming from Tamil Nadu for a very good cause of helping our Christian fraternity has gone into the wrong hands. People have started to buy arms and ammunition by using all these funds. So we are here not to say, please don't send money. No, we are not here to say it that way. We are here to say, both are victims. The Meiteis are also the victims. The Kukis are also the victims. Both are the victims. It's not just one side of the story. But when you come and help, instead of sending huge amounts of lakhs and crores of funds all the way from Kerala to Manipur, instead of that, you please come to Manipur, settle down in Imphal, we will take care of that. You also visit Kangpokpi, you also visit Chorchandpur, you also visit the, valley areas, how the victims are suffering in the valley area also, and help both sides of the people, rather than, sending cash. Because if this sending of cash keeps on continuing in Manipur, there is this blood, shed in your hands also, because if you are sending that money for a good purpose also, people are misusing those funds in buying arms and ammunition. And being myself from the Christian community, I would like to request the Christian fraternity, please come and help us also. The Meitei Christians, the Meiteis, or whatever, the Kuki Christians, whatever, please come and help as a humanitarian cause. We are so happy, we are overwhelmed by that support that we have received from the entire of the Keralite people. But our only request is, please come to the ground and help in the form of kinds and materials, not in the form of money. Because we believe that the monies are misused. Now again, I'll come a little more very clear with the data of the church, number of churches being vandalized, and the churches, which churches are of the Kukis, which churches are of the Meiteis. Even in the European Union and I would say even in the United Nations, there has been this circulation of news that so many churches, I don't know how many numbers have you recorded as per your record, but as far as our record as a Christian community from Manipur, we have recorded a number of approximately 350 churches. And out of that, you'll be surprised to know that majority of the churches are not the Kuki churches. Majority of the churches are Meitei Christian churches, which is we the Meitei Christians. Around 250 churches of the Meitei Christian, I'm very specific in this data, 250 churches approximately of the Meitei Christian churches were vandalized by our own Meitei brothers and sisters. I'll tell you the reason for that also. Were vandalized by the Meitei brothers and sisters. No justification on that. I am not lying my data, and I am not here to justify them also. Again, let's come again to the Kuki churches. How many Kuki churches were burned in this violence? They sometimes, many forums like this Jomi Students Federation and Kuki Leader Fellowship Forum, they claim different varieties of data. Sometimes some forums say it's 600 churches, some forums say it's 300 churches. Even the data which are coming from the different organizations are also not same. But as far as the data that we got in the valley area, because the Meiteis could not go all the way to Chorchandpur and vandalize church, how can we go? And how can we go all the way to Kangpokpi to the hilly area and break down the churches by the Meitei people? As far as we counted the number of the Kuki churches which are there in the valley and the plain area, almost around 70 to 80 churches falls in the category of Kuki churches. So approximately we have a number of 350 churches being vandalized by my community. Even though I'm a Meitei, I'm a Christian, but by my community, at least 350 churches has been vandalized. That's true. Now again, let's come to the Kuki side. Kuki part again. Kukis, even though we are Meitei Christians, have not even spared some of our churches. and we conducted a press conference 2 weeks back at Manipur Press Club. And at least 8 pastors from different churches have come and conducted a press conference and has already clarified in the media that at least 8 churches of the Meitei Christians were also being vandalized by the cookies, being though cookies are Christians. So, coming to the Christian ethics also, our cookie brothers have, broke the protocol and the ethics of at least not, I would say, destroying our Meitei Christian churches. At least 8 churches were destroyed. All the details of the church which were looted, which were vandalized, which were half burned, which were vandalized, are all in the data itself. And these data are not given by a second observer. These data were given by the church pastor itself, who belonged to that particular church itself. And at least 200 Meitei Christian houses, including pastor's quarter, pastors' houses of the Meitei Christians, were also being vandalized by our cookie brothers and sisters who are one in Christ. And we were really, really shocked knowing that at least we have been also not spared being a Christian. And coming to this Christian terminology, as this is also, as there is also a big, population of Christian community, getting persecution from non-Christians or non-believers is a very common subject for us. And forget about the community. I have been kicked out of my family because my family is a Hindu family, and I have been kicked out of my family by my own family members for being a Christian. I cannot expect anything from the entire world when my family has kicked me out. Just the reason because I am a believer of Christ. But we were really, really shocked seeing the data of 8 churches being vandalized by our own Christian brothers and sisters who are one in Christ. And also 200 houses of the Meitei Christians were also being vandalized. And one more data that the entire national media, the entire of the Kerala has missed is that we have the photos of some of the mandirs and temples, because I don't want to skip with this wrong narrative that only the churches were attacked and this is a Christian genocide and Christians were attacked by the Meitei Hindu. No. This is a very false narrative. The reason being, 393 mandirs and temples were also being vandalized by our Bukhi brothers and sisters. 393. I'm telling you specifically. And data by data, I have the all the list of the mandirs also, including the list of the churches also. I have both the data. So when you study both sides of the story, we come to realize that yes, as a Christian, we condemn burning of the churches, vandalizing of the churches. We stand in one accord with all the Christians. But yes, our Bukhi brothers and sisters who are one in Christ as a Christian have also not spared many of the mandirs also. 393 mandirs and temples were also being vandalized by the Bukhi. And this data has been updated by Uttal, Umanglai Kanbalu, something a similar organization like, let's say, All Kerala Christian Organization, something like this. They have also one organization which is associated for all the mandirs and temples. They have updated the data. So I think it is a very need of the hour that interfaith press conferences also should be organized, where the Kuki should also come, the Meitei Christians should also come, the Meitei Hindus or the Meitei Sanamahi has also should come together. They have to commit to their mistakes. Yes, our people have destroyed these many churches. We are very sorry. We apologize. Yes, as a Kuki, as a Christian though, we have also destroyed 393 mandirs. We apologize. Now, let's discuss on the peace matter, how peace can be brought in Manipur. And I think this is the need of the hour. Other than that, if people keeps on coming up with dry argument that we have not touched a single mandir, we have not touched a single churches, and also we have not touched a single house of the Meitei Christian by the cookies. No, we have never done that. I think there could be any proper solution in this. So we are just here to tell the people of Kerala that this is not a religious clash. Yes, Christians have suffered, it is very true. In the meantime, the Muslims have also suffered from both the sides, because Muslim as a whole, they have been trying to take the middle role of making peace with both the communities. Also, they are accessible in the Meitei area also. They are accessible even in the Kuki area also, and they have been trying their level best to calm down this situation also. So I would also love to, hear questions from the media fraternities and from the pastors also. And the very reason why we invited pastors is also that many Christians has been misinformed that this is a complete genocide. But I have to inform this that there are more than 100 Naga churches still at Imphal Valley right now, Imphal Plain area right now. That none of the Naga churches has been touched by the Meitei fraternity. It was completely communal and ethnic clash between the Kukis and the Meiteis. That's it. Whatever has belonged to Kuki, the Meiteis have destroyed it. Whatever has belonged to the Kukis, the Meiteis have destroyed. Whatever has belonged to the Meiteis, the Kukis have destroyed it, including even the Meitei Christian churches by the Kukis. We have even not spared anything which belongs to the Kuki. And heinous crimes, not just by one side. My community has also done a lot of heinous crimes. The other communities has also done a lot of heinous crimes. Rather than the blame game, I think peace is the need of the hour. I completely condemn that incident where the entire nation was waken up, where the two sisters were nakedly paraded by my community, by my Meitei community for the Kuki. Two sisters of Kuki were nakedly paraded. Meantime, every Meiteis have condemned that act, that we don't support this kind of inhuman act. If you have heard the news of MCVMV and what was the boy's name? Hemanjit. Those two small teenagers were I think below 18 years of age were shot down. There were even reports that girl has been raped also. They have been shot down by our Kuki brothers and sisters, even though they were minors. And still, until this day, their dead bodies has not been found till yet. The only problem that the Meiteis, have with the Kukis is that when they kill, they always kill and bury the body. For the Meitei as a community, even though I'm a Christian, the Meiteis, have the culture of at least, seeing the last ritual of the body, that the body has to reach their family. But nevertheless, almost all the bodies has been not reached to the Meitei community, and that is the reason why we have been demanding to the CBI and NIA to please come up with the body of MCVMV and Hemanjit. The $1 million question is, what if the bullet that has been used in killing Hemanjit and MCVMV was from the money, from the church money that was donated from Kerala? That is the $1 million question, and that question has been so much asked by the Meitei fraternities. So I thought of at least going to Kerala and clarifying this once, that yes, please come and help both the communities, but please stop sending big amount of cash, because this is falling in the hands of wrong hands. And I would love to hear questions from the media fraternities.
You put out a grave allegation that the money from churches in Kerala has been used for buying arms. It's a grave allegation. What proof do you have of the same, that it is the money from the church from Kerala that has come to buy weapons and money? Do you have any substantial proof to support your allegations?
Yes. Let me answer that question. Rather, it would be another again question that, have you got any proof of we donating money and shooting to the periphery areas? It would be same answer as that. Kukis are also asking the same question to us. Where are your monies coming from? Where are the arms and ammunition that you are shooting from? Yes, people have donated from all the areas, whatever they have earned. But our Kuki brothers and sisters have come up with a victimization card, and we are tribal people, we are poor people, we don't have any money. But the amounts of arms and ammunition that has been using till then is something unimaginable, brother. If you come to the periphery area, you'll see machine guns shooting every time from the hilly area. Machine guns, automated weapons, snipers. So there is this big question, where are the arms and ammunition coming from? So now people have come up that Yes, who is their source of fund? Yes, the church is donating the money. Then are they using this church money rather than going for the humanitarian aid? Rather than going for the humanitarian aid, are they using all these funds in buying arms and ammunition like snipers, machine guns? That is $1 million question with the entire the Meitei apart. We are here to say, yes, please donate the money, it's okay. We're not here to block the fund. But if you are helping, please come down to the ground and help in the form of times and materials. That's the only thing that we have.
Again, it's very broad that you have stated. You are not. There are more than 100 divisions of church over here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to name these churches? Is
No,
there a
no,
name
no.
that you? I mean, which church is given the maximum funding from Kerala? I mean, you're giving a very broad allegation without any substantial.
You take this as allegation, but it's a request coming from us. It's not an allegation. It's the only thing that if this money will be used for the sake of killing people, or if you shed blood in your own hand, then that's going to be a very bad thing. The only thing is that we have the information from the fraternities also. We have the fraternities also. Because I can guarantee you, brother, one thing. I am Meitei Christian. I am openly, as an open challenge, I'm telling you right now. I am ready to talk with any of the cookie pastors. Even tomorrow also, at any place of India, I can sit down with them and pray with them. I have requested this same thing 10, 15 times already. None of the cookie pastors, none of the cookie leaders have turned up till date right now. The very reason when we inquired is, there are guns in their head when they want to, start any kind of peace talk with any of the Meiteis. So something is above them. Something is, threatening them not to do anything. And from the body language and from the way how they have spoken, we can clearly get it, prove itself that, not all the funds are being used in a very proper way.
This is a new thing that funds from Kerala for these arms and all these things. But as far as I know that the funds used for the relief camp for help and that's only that.
Okay.
It's a new thing that I don't believe that we people from Kerala helping for arms and these things.
So Pastor, it's like you have said in a very good intention of helping the people in funds. Let's say, for example, a church group from here in Kerala donated 5 lakhs in a very good cause to the Christian community there to buy relief material. But when that money reached Manipur, as it is coming in the form of cash and transaction, that money, instead of using for the humanitarian aid, has been used in buying arms and ammunition and all the bullets. So that is a circulation. Rather than that, they don't have any source of fund right now. Rather than the public donations, they don't have any source of fund right now. They're living all in the hilly area. No employment, no source of fund, no planting, no paddy cultivation going on. Only poppy cultivation is going on right now. It is the harvesting poppy cultivation also. So the only 2 funds that the intellectuals of Manipur also consider is only 2 funds of poppies. One is the poppy cultivation, the big budget money. It's around 70,000 crores of rupees, and it's more higher than the GDP of the government of Manipur. And another one is the funds that are coming from the churches fraternities. And also, I just want to clarify that when our cookie brothers and sisters have come up with a narrative of that our church has been destroyed, I, being one of the coordinator of Meitei Christian Victims of Manipur, the maximum number of churches is our churches, 250 churches. Even though we being a Meitei, our churches have been vandalized by the Meiteis itself, we are actually the victim, honestly. Even in their presence, I'm telling you. But we can guarantee, Pastor, maximum amount of the funds are not being received to the Meitei Christian community. Every funding that is coming from our Christian brothers as a courtesy help is all going to the cookie community. And the amount of arms and ammunition that has been shooting every day from the periphery area, there is this big question like, where is this money coming from? So that's the clarification that I have. Also, we are not saying that the people of Kerala have bought arms and ammunition and are giving to the people of Manipur. No, we are not saying that. People with a very good intention from Kerala because I'm also a Christian. If 5 churches here in Kerala is being destroyed because of flood, I'll also put out my purse in the church, at least donate 100, 500, 1,000 rupees as a Christian community to help my Christian brothers and sisters who are here in Kerala. But when this money rich in Kerala, if the leaders are misusing it rather than using for the church purpose, that's the only question that we have, Pastor. So in that way, when the money are you reaching Manipur, we have a very high circulation of information even from the church fraternity that the monies have not been used in a good cause. And that is the very reason why we have a proof itself that till then, no Christian pastor from the Kuki community have turned up and have seated with us and have spoken anything regarding on peace and regarding of this maintaining of peace.
So what are the options we have to bring in peace? Like
Peace.
Chief Minister Biren Singh already called Kuki people as terrorists, and during the beginning of riot, right? And he himself said that they killed 40 terrorists, right? And now you're saying there is no discussions or like nothing is happening. We are hearing the stories of Kuki people have been migrated to Nagaland, and so those kind of. So, what are the way forward to bring in? Yeah.
If you are aware of the notification that came up from the district magistrate of Nagaland, of one of the district, I think it was Kohima or something like the neighboring Mezafama. So the Mezafama district magistrate, subject to correction, but one of the district magistrate has already circulated the notification that if any cookies come in this particular district, they are not allowed to change the Aadhaar card to the residential of this district. There is a very big reason for that. So, brother, if you study the history of our Kuki brothers and sisters, Kuki had a very big fight on the same issue of land and illegal immigrants way back in 1993 with the Nagas for 5 years. 5 consecutive years, from 1993 to 1997, on the same issue of illegal immigrants and land issue. That time in 1993, we Meiteis were the one who gave them refuge in Imphal Valley area. If you again look to the history of Myanmar, the Chanta army was, had to wipe out all the Kuki-Chin people from Myanmar. We Meiteis were the one who gave them refuge. Not long back, it was 2021. If you again come to the context of Bangladesh, KNO, Kuki National Organization, or the KNA, Kuki National Army, is fighting with the government of Bangladesh right now for a homeland. If you go to the history of Assam, Kuki had another fight with Dimasa Hatao, which is the local indigenous group of Assam. The perspective what I'm telling is, Kuki brothers and sisters has been going in different steps for this one specific goal called Kuki homeland thing. So wherever they go, they always demand homeland in every place that they go. And that is the first beginning of the problem in every of the state or any of the places that they land. It's a very logical way of saying that the Malayali people here in Kerala have given at least 5 lakhs Meiteis, we Meiteis, refugees because of the Manipur violence right now. We have come down here in Kerala. At least 5 lakh population have came in the year 2023, we Meiteis. After 40 years, we start to demand that you should give us a homeland here in Kerala. How would you feel? It's simple, logical as that. So, I'm not saying the entire the Kuki fraternities are all refugees, illegal immigrants. Many of them have stayed with us hundreds of years already. They are our brothers. I agree to that fact. The only thing that we are telling is, we are also openly telling to all our Kuki brothers and sisters, those Kukis who have lived with us for these hundreds of years, they have still time, they can come back, they can, sit and talk with us for a peace agreement. But the illegal immigrants who have come up without a proper basis, without proper identification, has to go back, has to come with a proper formal procedure. Because I myself was present in Meitei, this neighboring town of Myanmar, in helping illegal immigrants and refugees in 2021. I myself have done that refugee initiative. So, those people, has to come up with a certain, strategy that they can also, properly settle in Manipur. And why I'm saying this is that we have a data which is published by the government of Manipur. I won't even say the government of Manipur because people have this narrative of government of Manipur has completely side with the Meitei people. So I would again say the census report of government of India. The population growth of one village, and many of the villages, not just one village, has a population rise of 160% in 20 years. Logically, we have to ask this question: how is this population growth of 160% is coming in a very short span time of only 20 years? It is because of the presence of illegal immigrants coming all the way from Bangladesh, all the way coming from Myanmar, and trying to settle in Manipur. And we believe that these people who are revolting right now against the government of Manipur or the people of Manipur, I would say people of Manipur, including the Meitei, Hindus, the Nagas, the Meitei Muslims, and us, is specifically these illegal immigrants who are coming all the way from Myanmar and Bangladesh. That's what we believe. So coming forward to maintaining peace and maintaining normalcy in Manipur, I would say the first starter solution would be, I'm also announcing this again for the 11th, I think this is the 15th time I'm announcing in my press conference in many of the cities. We are ready for peace talk. We are ready for peace talk, even if it is not up to the level of political level. The entire the cookies, almost 90%, 99% are Christian. So we Meitei Christian can at least have a starter pack of peace talk in the table of Christ, not any in the level of political agenda or say so. We as a Christian can come together and sit and have a talk. But one very unfortunate incident is when I was announcing this in the press conference in Delhi also, one circulation press note came up from the Kuki communities. The headline tells that Kuki victims of Manipur violence and something, a genocide something. And the last paragraph of that stanza says that if any Kukis are found to be seated with the Meiteis on the ground of peace, on the agenda of compensation, on the agenda of religious background, that Kuki will be shot down, not by the Meiteis, but by our Kuki itself, because we are not ready for any this kind of talk. So, again, I'll speak from the Christian perspective. God has to be above everything. The principles of Bible has to be above everything. If you introduce yourself as a Christian, and if those arms and ammunition which are aiming down at your head is above your principles of Bible, then there is something wrong. In the presence of my Meitei brothers and sisters, I am proudly telling you, no one can change my faith. No one can bring me back to whatever the Hindus or Sanamahi, because this is my faith. I'm a Christian. If anyone threatens me from my community also, I have to say I'll proudly die for Christ. And that should be how a Christian life should be. And I request the same thing to our Kuki brothers and sisters. Instead of getting afraid of the arms and ammunition, please come up with a narrative that I'm for Christ and maintain in peace. I have to go and talk to the Meitei Christians, brothers and sisters, and start up this peace talk rather than fearing these arms and ammunition. And this should be at least a starter of peace talk among both the communities. And I believe at least something can be brought with this. Yeah.
As you have this Sanamahi Hindus, is there any Christian claim that we are Sanamahi Christian?
No, nothing like that. Because the Sanamahi is more over, let's say, the local deity, like the way how there's this movie called Kantara and they have this local deity, a community called, and something that's similar like that, Sanamahi. It's a very small group of only the Meitei community. And most of the Meiteis, excluding the Meitei Muslims and the Meitei Christians, specifically I would say the Meitei Hindus are bi-religious because both follow both the religions. Many of the Meitei Hindus also worship Sanamahi in their house. Many of the Meitei Sanamahi also believe in the Hindu God, so they are like bi-religious. But no one from the entire of the Meitei Christian would say they are Sanamahism. Neither no one from the Meitei Muslim would say they are the Sanamahism. We are very pure with our faith.
So as you mentioned, there are around 259 churches being vandalized by the Meitei brothers, right? and we are also heard the news that the Meitei Christians are forced to give up their belief. What is the truth in that?
Yeah, it's very true. It's going on till now also. But the narrative has completely changed since the time when people like us have started to come up and request two things. One is the freedom of worship. Second is stop attacking the Meitei Christians. Just the reason because we belong to one faith. Because the narrative that the Meitei Hindus and the Meitei Sanamahi have is, as we worship Jesus, they must be on the side of cookies, or they must be on the side of the hilly people, because they worship the same God. That was the first mindset that they have. Now, because of people like me and people like all these people who have come up and stood up for the faith and also for the Meitei perspective, now people are slowly realizing that the worshipping of Jesus by the Meitei Christian community has nothing to do with this, turning off the Sanamahis and forcing them that, telling them that they belong to the cookie community, they are on the side of the cookie. This has nothing to say with that. Yes, of course, in some extent, we cannot educate all the 13.5 lakhs Meitei people there. But yeah, many of the intellectuals have now realized that what they have done is very wrong. The only, I would say, the very happy truth is, at least the Meiteis have realized their mistakes, that the burning of the churches was a big mistake, specifically for the Meitei Christian churches. Burning of the Meitei Christian churches was a big mistake for them. They have committed their mistake, at least with not an apology though, but now they have cooperated with us. And that is the very reason why we have been here in the plain areas. We have, if you want to know more deeper, service has already started slowly. Fellowship has already started slowly. Yes, of course, there are some, not destruction, but there are some hindrances and disturbances still coming up from the radical groups also, from all the clubs and organizations also. But we are here at a stage where proper mutual understanding has been brought between the two communities now. We are now at that stage. And yeah, it is very true. At the first initial stage, there was this very big misconception. And there was a lot of, even and that is the very reason why we have formed this organization, Meitei Christian Victims of Manipur Violence. We are a group of people who are affected from both the sides, from the Meitei communities also, from the cookies also. The Meiteis have not spared us, thinking that we are Christian, we belong to the cookie communities. Yeah, and that is the reason why our churches has been attacked. Our houses were not attacked from the Meitei community. Only the churches were attacked. But from looking from the perspective of the cookies, our Meitei Christian houses were being attacked by the cookies, completely forgetting that we are one in Christ and we have done fellowship and we have come together in their church for the past 40, 50 years together. And also, some of our churches were not being spared. So we believe that we are victims from both the sides. Now I think the narrative has completely changed. Meiteis have started cooperating with us. We have started giving programs and fellowship. Slowly starting. But we can't just come and worship in full freedom in front of them, because of what is happening right now. We are also in a little low right now. But yes, of course, it is very true that service is already started. And the very reason why I'm conducting press conference in front of them is the very reason why they have cooperated with me. Otherwise, I could have come with a narrative that I don't want to invite any of the Meitei Hindus or the it will be very awkward for me to speak up all these facts and figures in front of them also. Now the only reason is everyone has started to accept their mistakes, and almost all the Meitei Hindus and Meitei Sanamahis have started to cooperate with us, and that is the very reason why we also wanted to show the territorial stand of Manipur, that Manipur can never be separated, and despite of all the religion and caste and Manipur will remain as Manipur the same. So that is the reason why we also invited the Meitei Muslims and Meitei Hindus from all the communities. And the very reason we are telling all the data without no hesitation in front of them.
At present, what is the state in, the calamities?
Yeah.
This control?
I would say it's not fully controlled. The very reason is, I would blame both the sides. Rather than, I would say, I was also should blame the government, both the state and the central government. We are just a population of 30 lakhs. Come on, it's just a population of one district of one constituency of Bihar. 1 lakh paramilitary forces has been sent to Manipur. It will just hardly take 2 to 3 days to control the situation. That's it. But I don't know what central government is doing in this juncture of the art. I would say the state government is just puppet hearing to the central government. So state government has also nothing to do with the violence, because like they have done their part. The more bigger part has to be taken care by the central government. I really do appreciate, despite of all the parties or the party differences, I really do appreciate all the MPs, all the MLAs, all the political leaders who have turned up from specifically from Kerala also. And because of the presence of the MPs and the political leaders from Kerala also, many misunderstanding has been sorted out in Manipur right now. There has been big presence of political members from the Kerala also. And despite of all the political parties, I would really appreciate all of them for visiting Manipur and taking a hand on that. And rather than that, I would say both the communities are to be equally blamed, rather than going the blame game to just one community. There are many people from the Kukis also who want peace, who want this war to stop. There are also many people from the Meitei who wants this war to be stopped, who want to be completely put complete stoppage to the war. But those warmongers, I would say, those warmongers are the ones who has been really initiating this thing. Because let's say, for example, we have a 5 days break of complete non-violence, no shooting, no firing. One or the other way, some other day, there will be a shooting from the hills also, there will be again shooting from the village areas also. Something starts always. So I would say it is a needful hour for the central government, rather than to blame on all the machineries and all, that the central government should at least intervene properly on this. And I really appreciate intervening on the NIA and the CBI by the Home Ministry, that this has to be properly dealt with the outer influx. And yes, nevertheless, it is never late that the central government has realized that in this violence of Manipur, the outer influx or the outer hand of, rather than the India, the outer hand of other countries have involved in the violence of Manipur, and they have all started to realize this, that, and the NIA and the CBI has kept an eye on this, and they started to intervene on this. Any more other questions from the other? I think it's almost done, and thank you so much once again for turning up. I really appreciate your time and patience. Thank you so much. Thank you.